That voice sounds good. We like it. Before I begin, I want to make sure this thing is working very well. So I'm going to test it out on my phone real quick. I want to make sure it's coming out nice and clear, in sync with my beautiful lips. Mm. Hmm. There's a lag and a little delay, but it matters not. Greetings, everyone. It is. Should I say greetings now? Should I just wait for people to just jump in? Let me wait, because people normally see my thumbnails and be like, "Well, he's gaming tonight." I'll wait a little bit. Okay, the mic is not picking up the background audio, which is good. Very good. Very good indeed. Yes. Oh, goodness gracious me. Ah. And let me do the usual send out the links. I got to do the usual social media ritual. Let people know I'm live. I've drank enough water, so my throat is just croaking right now. Every little thing, every little gulp sound like a little frog or toad in the background. Sunday chat and chill might get heavy. Come join me, peeps. Yep, my throat is really on fire, man. I should have waited then. Because I was really thirsty. I thought, let me just drink some water, moisturize the old vocal cords, the cosmic vocal cords, the cosmic elixir, the cosmic God box. The God box. What did David Banner say? It's God box, isn't it? Let me get the music right. I'm gonna choose James Brown. Watch me. Watch me. So what's good? What's popping? What's happening? What's happening, peeps? What's happening? Happy Sunday. Hmm? Is that what we say? Happy Sunday? Let me turn things down. I was playing some music earlier on and I was so tempted. I was like, you know what? I might play some music in the background. I just might. I just might. But it depends on what software I use. I have to use a particular software so that way the audio doesn't, blast out in your eardrums. I just have to use the appropriate software. Otherwise, your eardrums will melt from how sexy my voice combined with the hotness of the music is. And we don't want your eardrums melting. No, we don't want that at all. Ah, yes. It's not that much of a serious live. It's just a chat and chill live. I finished recording 2 videos today. One for I'm looking at the cameras right here. I did one for the Die Hard movies and the other one, give me a second. So one was for the Die Hard movies and the other was for Alien Romulus. And I went ham. I was supposed to record for like 20 minutes and my mind was like, allow me to take over this video. It's going to be fun. You intend to record for 20 minutes. I intend to be here for an hour. And I let rip. I let rip on some concepts I've been holding on for a while. And I'm gonna make sure I just keep on chugging along. Some really nice, lovely concept I haven't well, I've spoken about a little bit here and there in different movies, but just put it in a nice compact video, I guess. But there's more to come. There's more to me than meets the eye. Yes, I think I need to take this out now because it's beginning to hurt my ear. There we go. Thank you very much. That's much better. We don't want the old ears to get all tangled up. Ah, yes. The sensation feels so smooth. Gravy, baby. I should have gone live gaming, but I thought, let me just go live. I haven't been live in a while to talk to you all. and I'm here on Sunday, and it's not many. It's just me and somebody else in here. Maybe I should open another tab, watching myself go live. Is that weird to watch yourself go live just to get the algorithm going? I don't think it's weird. It's not. Everyone does it. A lot of people do it. It's normal. It's the right thing to do. It's not naughty. I'm just kidding. So I've got shows to enjoy this November. I don't even think I'm going to be able to watch everything. We got Silo that came out recently, and I didn't even know it came out. It took Sister Constance to remind me that Silo was out. I thought, no, you can't be serious, Constance. It's impossible. Silo season 2, first episode is out. I mean, I saw the trailer, and I let her know that the show is coming back, but I didn't know. Well, I forgot to save the date of release. Yeah, I forgot to save what day it was coming out. And episode 1 was pretty cool. Episode 1 was pretty cool, but I'm not looking forward to holding on to the show or hanging on to the show and, just sit there and eat up everything the show gives me, because they did well in the first season. But as Constance and I were even talking, I was like, yo, what's the plan for this season and the other ones to come? Shout out to the Vocaster audio interface with that mute button. When you feel a burp coming, I hit that mute button real quick and I burp, because it's cool to just be myself around you guys and burp when I need to burp. It's a natural thing. But sometimes they be coming out like Dragon Balls. Oh, my bad, Dragon Fireballs. Should have said. Well, you could technically say Dragon Balls as well. They just come out full blast, like from the vocal cords straight out. I'm like, dude, word. It's just a burp, damn it. It's just a burp. Literally comes out like a massive cannon. I'm like, yo, bruh, 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 bruh. So because I'm playing that whole respect the ears of your listeners, I'm like, yeah, I don't think I can sit here and just burp in your ears. But maybe once or twice you might catch some random one if I don't catch the mute button in time. But shout out to the Vocaster Hub, man. It's just a smart thing just to have the mute button there. If you're about to sneeze, hit it. I feel sometimes, because those things are natural, it just adds to the whole conversation I'm talking with y'all. So if I burp, it's not like if I deliberately conjure up one. He said conjure up like he's calling up a demon. It's time to summon the burp. Give me a second whilst I do the mantra and the spell to cast out the burp, so your ears may melt upon the veracity of my burping abilities. So we got Silo to watch. I don't know if I can review every episode of Silo. I think I might just review the whole package. Then we got Arcane, and Arcane came out before Silo, so I should have been on Arcane way before Silo. And let me not forget that Penguin just got done wrapping season 1, and thankfully, I'm hearing they're not planning on doing season 2. That is beautiful to hear. I didn't want them to milk the show, because it's a beautiful show, man. And the season finale was woosah. So all I gotta say is woosah. So I recorded the finale. I'm just gonna have to record another roundup video and then upload that. But that's a damn good show, man. That is a damn good show. Very much. What's that sound? Very much enjoyed that. So I think I'm going to do episode 1 of Arcane whilst I'm enjoying my tortilla wraps with some mushrooms on the side. I was going to have some potato, but the way the time is going so far and me sat here talking to y'all, I think I'm just going to do the wraps and mushrooms on the side. There's no plantain because I finished the last one. Or I might just do wraps, mushrooms, and tortilla wraps. I could put it in right now. That's what he's, it's neither. But if it's what he said, it's what he said to her, because I can't say that's what he said to me. Nor can I say that's what she said to me, because that's not my department. Homie does not play that. So yeah, 3 shows to watch. Silo, well, 2 actually, Silo and Arcane. Was I watching the third one? No, I'm doing rewatches of old school movies and cartoons as well, and shows, and Goosebumps. I'm actually supposed to be starting a marathon run of the Goosebumps show and Erie, Indiana. So I'm going to be doing them side by side or back to back. But I got to do um, intro reaction for that one first, then jump on board and do maybe episode reaction. I don't know about trailer reaction. Yeah, but episode reaction, I don't know. The intro reaction for each show for sure. Like I've been doing with the 80s and 90s cartoon. But to do an episodic reaction for each show, that's asking a lot, man. That's asking too much, buddy. It's just too much, man. You got a lot on your shoulders, bro. Can you manage? Of course I can. After all, I am a Magi. But you don't want to do too much. So I'm going to keep it with Silo, and I'm giving Silo 2 more episodes to see if I'm going to sit through the whole season or wait till the last episode and watch a review. Or if anything, just watch a review of each episode. There's a really cool channel that I follow on YouTube, and they do a great job of doing breakdowns and reviews of each episode of certain shows that I watch. Like I stopped watching From recently because that show got boring real fast. And it's a shame because there's some interesting things happening on the show, but it's not strong enough to keep me watching because the first season, my brother and I started together, and that was beautiful. That has some real scary elements in the show. Second season came out, I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute now. Hold on now, bro. Wait a minute now. Why would you do that? They included some weird things in the second season. I was like, the hell is that? Don't like when that happens. Here we go. Here we go. Don't mess with my mojo, man. Don't mess with my stream. Where did that come from? Somebody's listening in. Somebody's spying. There's always a spy. They're never satisfied with their own lives. They have to spy on others. Wicked people they are. Wicked, wicked people. Mean spirited people. Never patient, never satisfied with what is plenty in front of them. You're doing the most. So season 2 came out of From, and then they introduced elements that I didn't understand. It didn't make sense because I was already trying to figure out the whole story arc of the show. So now you've introduced season 2. You got new people in this town. What basically what's the show about? If the show is just about weird things or random weird, painful, dark things happening to the residents or the trapped residents of the show, then it is what it is, you know? You're either here for it or not. But when you're introducing particular archetype of characters that just repeat, rinse and repeat, why is this? Who did this? I don't trust you. I was like, oh nah. You're making the show appear stupid. There was a character that they introduced recently, and he was like, everything that's happening in the town that's weird and unnatural and scary and dark and practically freaking demonic. He was like, everyone's in on it. I was like, oh, you people like that don't exist. And for the ones that do, they can't last long in that kind of environment, meaning they're bound to get eaten by something at night or get poisoned. How is that something you write into the show just for the sake of being an antagonist? It doesn't make sense. I was like, nah, this is where I signed out. My brother now like, nope. Mm-mm. We were with them at the start, and then certain things they did in season 2, and towards the end, lackluster. Lackluster. So there was no excitement for season 3. Like, I'm looking forward to the third season to see what they do. Third one came out. They're almost done now. The third season of From is almost done. I think like they're like 2 episodes away or one more episode away from the season finale. And there's no anticipation, no anxiety. I'm not anxious to see like, "Oh, I wonder how they're gonna top off this third season to make me feel like I should come back for the fourth one." I've only watched like 2, 3 episodes of the season. Two. I think two. Not even three. Yeah, I think two and a half. And like I said, after that last episode, I went straight to that channel that I watch on YouTube that does breakdowns. And I thought, nope, I'm going straight to him. Anytime an episode is done, I'm going straight to his page. just to just see what he's saying, see if it's anything worth my while. And if it's interesting, if the breakdown is like, yo, this happened, check this out, yada, 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 then I'll go back to the show because already I'm not really invested in the show anymore. So I don't mind spoilers. Don't mind spoilers at all because the show is dull to me. Whereas Silo, I'm like, nah, I want to keep that to myself. I don't want anyone to spoil it for me. When I'm done watching it, I'm like, there's some things I didn't understand. Then I'll go to my boys page again and check it out. But it's a shame because From was one of those shows where I wanted to do some videos for it. Same thing with Changeling or The Changeling. That was another good show or good premise when it started, but went all over the place. Certain shows that don't, no matter how spectacular you are, or how creepy you are, or how magical you are, if you don't ground me in your magicness, I won't stick around because it's just gonna be like one of those boring things. Like, hey yo, is my audio coming up fine? Because that was did I didn't even burp. So yeah, I don't think it's a show that I'm going to jump on season 3 when it comes out as well. Nah. Season 4, my bad. That's how season 4. My apologize. I don't see myself watching season 4. Even if the trailer is good, because at the end of the day, I don't know how many seasons these guys plan to drag the show on for. And I don't know, I don't even see them giving it a good enough, healthy end. It just looks like it's another show where it's just noise and blah blah blah. I don't see a good end happening. And that sucks, you know? Because the premise is really good. But even before when the show started, I was like, you could have it end on a positive note. But if you're constantly showing negative stuff over and over again and people are making dumb decisions over and over again, especially newcomers, you just got in here, man. So people who've been here for a long time will give you, the rundown of what's popping. And then when newcomers are just talking as if they know you don't know everything. Dude, you just got here. You just got here. And shows like these, to to keep people like me watching the show, it needs to be grounded and some level of intelligence. You can do all your freaky things here. You're seeing a dead husband, dead wife, dead child, dead children. All that is gravy, baby. All of that is gravy. But realistically, dude, what is your end goal? What is this show meant to be? What are we doing with this show? Like, are your stories about people coming together, trust, distrust, disbelief, religion, atheist, science, discovery, truth, happiness, joy, sadness, or all of the above? And then we'll be able to get a feel of what you're giving the audience. But the show feels like it doesn't know where it's going. Certain characters are still alive, even though other characters have been killed. But the show doesn't know where it's going because if this place, if you're trying to make this place this dark and dangerous place where anything goes and anyone could die at any moment, then one can ask, how come certain characters are still alive? Then why have you prioritized these characters? If you're dealing with the show as if it's a real place, it's a real place, and the show is a camera fixed in this location where real dark, spiritual, demonic, unnatural things happen. Then the viewers will be like, well, you've killed all these people, but you haven't killed the main cast or the main people we're seeing every day. Why? It then looks like it's as if the show is running off favoritism. And yeah, there's been a few lines in the show where one of the dark characters, has said, "Oh, we don't want to just kill you. We want to play with you first." But how many times can you do that? Because eventually, if someone catches wind of what you're trying to do, what if someone decides to just do it themselves? And they off themselves. What if someone says, "You know what? I'm good. It looks like you want me alive so you can feed off me. I'm taking care of business myself." And then if there are 10 people left in the village or in the town or whatever, and they all decide to do that, What will you then do then? Or how will you get newcomers to come into the neighborhood or the village or this location? So when my brain started to do all that, I was like, nah, because it looks like these guys are being methodic about what they're doing and they're playing games. So it's like an animal that plays with his food. I guess. I guess. And if that's what your show is about, just showing me suffering, people suffering and not trusting each other on loop, and it's just gimmicky things, or it doesn't even introduce what should we do collectively together. And when someone tries to adjust something or change something or discover something, something bad happens. That to me just sounds like the whole Tower of Babel thing. The closer we get into this place, the quicker this person or this entity struck this tower we're building down. So it's letting me know we're getting close. So if we're asking questions and then you're doing things, or you're bringing storms, or you're making things come out of nowhere, bugs are flying out of nowhere. We've never seen bugs before. All of a sudden, things just like all these cascade of things that are happening. That lets my psyche know, we're getting close to something. The more questions we ask, the more you don't like that. Or you could just say it's like a punishment thing, because again, some people do get into that mindset. We asked too many questions, we got punished. So, or we this happened to us, but we didn't die. So I can understand that level of playing with your prey, where you make him afraid and make him suffer, but you don't kill them. But even me saying that, there's bound to be someone in the group that says, you know what, it's like we're being fattened up. Like someone is fattening us up, so that way the meal is tastier when it's time for us to get cooked. Because the more fear that's being pumped into us, the tastier we must be to whatever's feeding of us or feeding off us. So those kind of things, you just allow my brain to just spin and say, you know what? Nah, that means eventually I need to ask the next question. Where does the power lie, the power balance? Based on the environment, since we didn't create this space that's in loop, who's in control? It's obviously the entity, but who needs, out of the two of us, who needs who? You need people to be alive. You need them afraid of you. You need them worried, sad. You need them in a low vibratory frequency, so you can enjoy the buffet. It's an all you can eat open buffet, and they can't get out. So you need them panicking. But when you get them working together, then we see you panicking, because you start to throw things left, right, and center. That's happening. Weird phone call from someone who's died 10 years ago. So then we start to see the chink in your armor. Because at the end of the day, it's a numbers game. You have us here in this weird environment. You're feeding off us, and weird monsters come out at night, but you give us leeway in the daytime. Other weird things happen, but not as bad as things at night. Because at nighttime, your doors got to stay locked. So, now shout out to this Vocaster One, man. It was coming out so quick. I was like, yo, hit that button real fast. So when you're displaying that you're a monster and you have creative ways of making people suffer, all I can see is your weakness. Yeah, you're not normal. You can conjure up weird beings and entities and creatures on command, but at the same time, it lets me know you still got a weakness. You need me. If you're treating the people in this place as livestock, which they are, you need livestock, and you haven't killed everyone either, because you need them to survive long enough. Play with them long enough, so that way it gets sweeter when you're about to eat them. But at the same time, who's in control of people coming to the land then? Like when people come to that environment or that town, who controls that journey when they leave from point A to B? Who controls that? Because it looks like something or someone is in control. Otherwise, then it's random. And if it is that random, then you've got your work cut out for you, because you've got to make sure these guys do not team up. And the fact that no one's thought of things like that collectively, there's always one random person who thinks it and then gets shut down. Then maybe he or she gets angry, walks away, gets caught off guard by one of the monsters, and then they're dead. I don't like that. After a while, if you pull that off for 3, 4 seasons, the show is dead to me. Season 1 set to the premise, right? You let the viewers know this is a town that's in a loop, monsters exist, and other things are out there as well. Then after a while, some people started asking questions. Well, what could be worse than monsters eating you at night? Or you have dreams. Okay, then if you have dreams, then why are the monsters the first thing you release, and then dreams the second thing you release? Surely the dreams are the most horrendous thing to occur to someone there in terms of suffering than monsters eating you at nighttime. Because once you have a thing that protects you from the monsters entering your house, you're good. Surely the dream is the most potential thing to use against these humans that you want to kill. So there are 50 of them. Do you want to kill 50, all 50 of them, or you want to let them survive? So you're playing games, but you need them. You need them to be where they're at. So the power doesn't necessarily lie in you. Yeah, you got superpowers and you're weird and creepy, but the real power truly lies in the people. The people you've captured here, the people who, because their strength is wavering. You need it wavering. But if they all come together and start asking heavy questions and start partaking in creating solutions to the situations that they're in, then that's what, then the whole thing changes, because now they've got issues with food in the show. That's the last thing I remember seeing. And there's other things that happened that I thought, oh, this is interesting, but where you going? Where you going with, like, there's someone who was told in the real world that they couldn't give birth. They ended up in this weird town of From, and they met someone that they loved. Now they're pregnant, and medically, she was told she's unable and incapable of carrying a child. But due to this weird environment they're in, she's pregnant. Normally, you'd think, ooh, that's a miracle. Maybe this town isn't so bad. But, night after night after night, people have been killed one by one by these monsters at nighttime. You who were told by your doctor you can never have children, you end up trapped in this town and now you're pregnant. They never even explored what if the child is something nefarious or something dark. And that's one of the many reasons I just fell off, fell off from the show. I was like, that you're not making it real. You're not making it real. What, dude? If I fell in love with someone who told me she couldn't have children, and we've been doing the deed with condoms for how long? I don't know how long they've been together. All of a sudden, one day, she's like, "Yo, I ain't even had my cycle." Which, that doesn't make sense, because you can't have children. And she'd be like, "Yeah, I know." Second, no cycle, no cycle. Next thing you know, she's like, "Yo, let me go to the nurse." Sure enough, she goes there. They then say, "Nah, you carrying a baby." So when you find that out, me being me, I'd freak out. I'd freak out. Like, what would you do? What would you do? How would you know for sure, clearly, that this child inside a woman who was told she cannot have children, and she has probably tried and it's never happened, and now you're in this weird environment. Lo and behold, you're pregnant. What would you even do with that information? Especially as the woman who's carrying the child. Are you excited? Are you happy? Or are you worried? What if the husband or the boyfriend or the partner was excited, but she was worried? What if she was like, yo, I don't know, man. What if it's something weird inside me? Or maybe they already had that conversation, and I missed it, since I didn't watch the first few episodes of the well, I didn't watch the other episodes from the first one into this third season. But it's something that I wish occurred in the previous season. Or maybe it did and I forgot. It just didn't feel like it stood out to me, because that's something that would have stood out to me watching the show. Maybe because it did, and because I don't like the show, I buried that as well. I don't know. But I don't think it'll be joy I would express for someone who I love, who has told me she can't have children, all of a sudden tell me she's pregnant. There's a scenario where the man is unhappy, but the woman is happy because now she can carry a child. Even though she's in this weird place, it's kind of like a miracle or a blessing in disguise. And there's another reality where the woman doesn't want to have the child because she doesn't feel that it's a natural because of this place. She feels something that means it's been tampered with because she knows for sure she can't carry a child. She knows wanting to be in this weird environment and she's pregnant. In that scenario, she should be worried. And I imagine her partner won't be worried. Then there's a third scenario where both parties are worried. So then what do you do? Does the girl try to take out the baby or abort it? Or what if she tries and it doesn't work? What if the baby grows faster than normal? How do you then deal with a child coming through your body? What if it rips out anything? But instead, it just added other non non important things. I was like, you're not even making your show sexy, man. This show's premise is spicy. That one alone, I just mentioned to you guys, is enough to run through a whole episode. Enough for me to run through. A woman who can never have children ends up in a town that's got creepy monsters and strange things going on, and you can't get out of town because it's a loop. She falls in love with someone. They lay together. She then ends up being pregnant. That should be its own episode because now you're like, what the hell do we do? What the hell do we do? Because, dude, you made it clear that your doctor told you you cannot have. It is impossible for you to have children. In fact, your doctor would lose his mind if you ever made it back to the real world. So, and even that, there are some times in my head where I thought, well, I'm stuck in a place where I've never been to before. This is a weird place. Monsters are out there. What I watch in movies, that that are good for horror movies, they're real. I don't think I'd be I don't think I'd be sexually aroused. I mean, there'll be some beautiful girls for sure. Yeah, but I don't think I would. Maybe once, maybe I might have some, sexual intercourse once. But in terms of constant, no, no, it's too scary. I'll be too worried because I could lay with someone who's very fertile, and then we have sex twice. She's pregnant. So just that thought alone of bringing in a child into this space would have my head spinning. So I would make sure I'm celibate, boy. Or if I do anything with anyone, I'm strapping. It's two condoms because you're not home. You're not in Kansas anymore. You're not in Kansas. And again, do you want to go home? Do you want to leave? Do you know how to leave? All these questions, all these conversations aren't being had. There are people, in because they divided themselves into factions. So there are people who are responsible for the food that's being grown there, livestock, and all those things too weren't even provided by them. The town provided the livestock, the chicken, the cows, goats. They were just there. And luckily for them, those are, from what I know so far based on the show, those are healthy livestock. And that would even make me worried. That would be like, yeah, this is definitely an experiment. You've captured people and put them in a town that loops itself, but then you've offered us food, water to drink. Um, there, there are places we can live in, and we're not the only ones. People have already, gone through this cycle and they've died. People have died. And the cycle has been going on for a while now in the 1870s, 1820s, or 1860s. It's been a while. It's been going on for a long time. So with all that stuff happening, dude, my radar was spinning. I wish they had talked about people who got there, panicked, and then self-terminated because that's a reality. That's a truth. That's a real thing. Once you encounter a world like this and you don't see a way out, I'm taking matters into my own hands. But I don't think the show was mature enough or has been mature enough for me, for my taste anyway. For my taste, because I was looking forward to those kind of things being explored. And it's like eventually when you're about to get broken, someone just says, you know what? Screw it, man. We're not the only ones who've been through this. So those are the things I've not seen people speak on. One or two guys, but collectively it's like, yo, we need to come together and figure out this thing. if I was there, I would treat it as see myself outside of the situation, because it means um something is observing me, something is watching me, and something wants me to be in a particular state of mind. And that idea of something monitoring me, I don't like it. I don't like being a puppet to someone else or something else. It's disgusting to me. So that knowing would easily motivate me to be like, nah, solutions, give me solutions ASAP, because bruh, no siree Bob, you're not gonna catch me off guard like that. And there are 50 people in the town, and you're killing them off one by one. You're taking your time. It's like you're herding them into a kill box, into a kill corner. Then you show up at daytime, and then you trap them, and then it's weird, Strange, strange, strange concept. Strange thing to do to a show like that. I wonder how I wonder how they thought the show through, because I heard that some of the guy, one or two of the guys from the writers, whatever, who's written the show, came from the Lost series, or they worked in the Lost series, and I never finished that show. I never ever finished that show. I wasn't even in the mood um to keep that up. Don't like being toyed with. I was like, nah, you're good. You're good. I like shows that have a definitive ending, even if it's a dark ending. If it's a mysterious ending, as long as you start your thing, maintain, even if you dip, keep your peak and then sign out. Like, how long can this show go on for? 6 seasons? I don't see 6 seasons. That's impossible. 6 seasons? Impossible. No way. No way. I think I see five. If people keep watching the show and let it run for 6 seasons, that would be criminal. Because some people have complained about Stranger Things. I would like that to run for a little while, where they just get different adventures. I mean, I know they're doing a spin-off, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the spin-off. But I'd rather watch a longer, more enjoyable, you know, series or seasons of Stranger Things than this nonsense. This thing just took a left turn fast, and everyone is bickering amongst each other. I'm like, dude, you're in a place that even if you were to describe to others, they won't be able to fathom what you're talking about, and you're bickering amongst each other. That doesn't make any sense. I don't think I want to go home. The motivation to get me home would be my driving force on a daily. So you just coming out of nowhere and just saying, you know what, this is where we are. I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't want to have dreams or hope we get out of here. So we just keep living. Even if you live there, cool. But at least change things up. At least have conversations. Say, what's going on here? Who's in charge? Are we in charge, or is the monster in charge? Or are there things that the monsters are also scared of? Talk about fear. Talk about power. Talk about control. We're eating the food. We never brought no livestock here. None of us brought goats here. Maybe some people were farmers transporting animals from point A to B, and they ended up getting stuck in the town. Maybe that's what happened for the goats to be here. Maybe some people planted food when they were alive in the 18 whatever hundreds, and then they died, but the seed they planted germinated to become really healthy trees. The fact that they even eating food there, and no one is losing an eyeball in their sleep, or no one is peeing blood or pooping acid, that alone just lets me know something is either up. Maybe somebody is just maintaining these things to keep you guys alive long enough to then spike you with fear, so that way you're going to taste good when it comes to fatality, or it's the outcome of different people who have been stuck there. And even that thought alone would freak me out. You mean these cows are from farmers who were here a while back? Yes. So you mean, and the monsters don't even eat the animals. They leave the animals alone and go straight for the human beings. And if they kill the animals, it was just for sport, not because they need sustenance. So all these things are just be, collecting information, collecting and collecting. It's okay. Now we need to find their weak point or their weak points, and figure this shit out. So from the TV show to me sucks. Sucks. Had massive potential. Massive potential. But anyway, um, it's gravy. I hope Silo delivers. I don't have my, I mean, fingers are crossed. Fingers are crossed because the first season was cool, but Silo's got potential, man. But you got to know where you're going. Like, these shows are nice when they start, but that's one thing I love about Love, Death, and Robots, especially when it comes to the anthology series, the different stories. They're short stories, but they work. They just work. They're short stories, but they work. So much so that some of the stories, when they're done, you can look back and be like, you know what? I wouldn't mind the writers expanding on that world. So if they were to do another episode again, I would like to see what happens in that world. Different characters for sure, but that world is so intriguing. I want more of that world. That's how you win. You ain't gotta have a 3-hour movie. Nothing wrong with that, as long as it's epic, like Lord of the Rings. You ain't gotta have all over the place, heavy, thick, layered story. Keep it simple. Keep it fire. Keep your viewers on their toes and your gravy. That's why I still salute Love, Death, and Robots. Something short, 10 minutes. A 10-minute story got people having conversations like, "Yo, that episode was so good." Like the one where the crab wanted to have wanted its children to feed, so it took over a boat or a ship instead of controlling. Man, I think it's called Faden Island. Faden or Thaden. That was oof. That one got me good, man. It even touched on the whole human trust thing. That was so good. Whilst it kept you captivated with the crab thing, it's looking at human points, trust, partnership, how we work things out. It's still like, yo, I know we're doing this human thing, voting and what should we do, how should we go along, but at the same time, there's a giant crab below deck on our ship, and this crab is asking us to take it to an island where other humans are on this island so it can feed its children. What do you do with that? It's a very short story, but it's powerful. It ain't no season 1 to 5. It ain't no special season, special edition. It's just a short show, short. And when it ends, you're like, yo, so did the crab make it? If it didn't make it, cool. Wait, are there other crabs like it too? Are they bigger crabs? Are they smaller crabs? What other animals in the world can talk or can think like, come on, come on. That's how you do storytelling. Sometimes I think having an end goal and end destination is much better. So that way you can have your viewers enjoy the ride you're on. We don't know. We don't know what ending you're going to give us. Just like those non-definitive endings, like Inception. For some people, there's a definitive ending, but open-ended stories sometimes are sweet. Sometimes just like Goosebumps and Erie, Indiana, you don't have to have a solid ending. But as long as you have an idea of where you're going and you don't want to string along your viewers, yes, we get it. Viewership, ratings, attention span, money coming in, so on and so forth. We get it. We get it. But we're also humans. We're also you. How would you like it if someone strung you along for 6 seasons to a pointless show? And within said 6 seasons, it's just the dumbest decision making of human beings that in reality, you only have 1 day, maximum 2 days of silly decisions in a world like From. 2 days maximum. In fact, that's going over maximum. In a world like From, you only got a day and a half for silly decisions. Because I will show you, say, look outside the window. Those people who are walking are monsters. And I'm surprised no one got a device on them, like a camera to record shit. So when new people end up in the town, like, oh, we need to get out of here. Sit your ass down, watch this video. Even if you think it's a film, then you get the new people who are part. Let's say it's like 10 people come through. And out of those 10 people, 2 are like, "Oh, this is all fake. It's bullshit. These guys are lying. It's a movie they're shooting. They're trying to scare people. It's a prank show." Cool. You tell those 8 people, it's up to you. If you want to leave, leave. But once you go outside, we are not opening the door for you mothers. You ain't coming back for. In fact, we will record you guys getting ate or eaten. We will record y'all getting eaten. So the next douchebags will come through, we'll show them a video. So you let the 2 people out of the 10 go outside. They get eaten. They're screaming, "Help me! Open the door! Oh, my arms! My arms! I can't feel my arms! Oh, my legs eating my legs! Help me!" Nah, nah. Then you look at the 8 people. So you want to go outside? Huh? Say what now? No? Oh, so sit your yo, because eventually your show has to be crisp. Otherwise, you're just writing drama. So that means your show isn't even, it's not even about the world. It's not even about the town. It's not even about the weird monsters and the mysteries. It's about drama. Then it's like the artist that comes out doing R&B, and then when he or she's done getting the audience, they should switch into rock or classical music. Nothing wrong with either of those things, but we bonded with you based on this genre you walked into the room with. So we're here buying albums and whatnot, and then a month later, you're like, "Yeah, I'm here for jazz." Again, beautiful genre. Whatever genre you choose, cool. But a lot of us are gonna be like, "Well, we already have our fan favorites in our jazz and blues and whatnot. We thought you were into the R&B thing. Clearly, you're not. You came in here faking it. To each their own. That's how you got your bag. Cool, but we sign out because we some people are very specific with their jazz and blues. So we're like, nah. Mm-mm. If you had introduced yourself to us as jazz first, we'd have probably been like, nah. It's a very special um genre of music. So I feel some people are very cagey with that. But you walked in here with the R&B, so we thought, all right, cool, new R&B singer, boom. We jump on board with you. Then you switch lanes. So you have to know where you're going with your show, and you can't keep writing stupid people in your show because eventually people get bored. You're throwing drama in a world where people come out at night, and some of those people come out at night look like some of your family members who have passed away a long time ago, and they can't enter your space because there's a thing hanging off the door called a talisman. But you want drama? Stupid. So From is a dead show to me, man. Completely dead show to me. More of these live streams, please, Ellen. With the please at the end. Word, Ellen. What's wrong with my other live streams, though? My other live streams are fun. More of these live streams. You better let me know why. I'm curious. I mean, thank you. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate that. But what's the difference between this one and my gaming ones? Because you see my face? It can be a little tedious talking on camera too, live. I mean, recording and editing is different. I enjoyed that. It's a little tedious, but I enjoy it. But live, I could fart talking to y'all, and y'all be hearing my fart in the background. I could sneeze funny. I could have a brain fart. I could forget what the hell I'm talking about during my conversation. Why do you want more of these live streams, Ellen? You must let me know and let me know immediately. I mean, I'll do them. I'll do them, but I would like to know why. I'm curious. But yeah, I'm hoping Silo is good. Silo 2 has a mystery, and eventually, I guess what I'm trying to say is have a healthy balance of drama, mystery, discovery. Once a mystery comes up, you're going to have questions being asked. So if people are asking questions with the mystery you've revealed to us, if you string us along for the next few episodes of the show, and you have the balls to release 6 episodes, for example, for one season, and within 6 episodes, you've introduced an extension of said mystery from previous season, the first episode, and then for the next 5 episodes, it's drama. Why am I here then? I thought you kissed me softly on my cheeks, on my neck even, and said it's a mystery show. Oh yes, thank you. Softly, little softly, please. Yes, one more time. hmm Just up and down. Yes, to the back as well. Hell yeah, I'm here for the mystery. But in your mystery, you need a good enough balance. I want to even throw in action as well, but you need a balance of of drama, but not too much. If it's too much drama, it outweighs the mystery. Because some people can get caught up in the drama, and to each their own. I'm not me. I despise, I abhor drama. Drama in a sci-fi world, yo. My brother and I have this motto we keep saying to each other: if there was ever a day where aliens landed, anything, not that we have issues by the way, but any beef we might have had, any argument we might have had the night before, for example, or even during the day, and I'm sat down or something happens and it's on my Instagram or whatnot, and I get a ping saying, dude, check out the news right now. It's live. Aliens have just landed on Earth. Any problem I would have had with my brother that same day dies. He and I have this, it's a code. We've agreed on it, saying anything happens, it dies. Because now the worldview we had before has now been altered. It's been transformed. Ah, damn. It's been altered. It's no longer what it used to be. You didn't text her fast enough, or this girl didn't like the way you dressed, so she didn't, or someone popped a balloon because of your hairstyle. None of that shit matters when an entity that can enter your world with a flying saucer or whatever appears in front of you. All that shit dies. And if you're doing a show, post-apocalyptic show, I always ask these questions. Eventually, what are you trying to say to the masses? You don't have to have a message for sure. This also lets me know whether or not I'm down with someone's show, because yo, whether or not you're paying for Hulu or Disney Plus or Peacock or Amazon or whatever platform, as much as it's money that you're paying, we're also paying with our attention. And this is one place that is sacred to everyone. Those who know it or don't know it, it is the most sacred place, the heart of as well. But here, your attention, nah, I can't just give that to you for free. You got to be letting me. You got to be let. You have to be letting me in on something. You're probably teaching me something in an indirect way. That's why some people till this day um are really appreciative of the Matrix movie, and that's why people are so pissed at the fourth one that came out. And now they're saying they're working on the fifth one because the fourth one was such a slap in the face. There's only one or two things I like about the fourth one, but the rest is such a massive slap in the face. This is the one thing. Paying the monthly subscriptions for Netflix and all these things is one thing, but this is the most. Here, my attention to sit down and just block out everything else and say, what you got for me today? Or you can start writing your own stories and creating your own stories too. Nothing wrong with that. With the rise of AI, everyone's going to start telling their own stories. Oh, from topic. Oh, so you're liking these lives about from. That makes more sense, Ellen. I was like, yo, I'm like, nah, what you trying to say? What you trying I mean, looking good at you, but what you trying to say? I'm like, yo, my gaming lives are fun. Thank you very much. Have you seen the YouTube shorts of my gaming lives? How dare thee? How dare they? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I just wanted to know exactly what you're enjoying about this one. So if it's a From thing, then yeah, stop watching From. I can't be bothered, man. My attention is very, very important to me. What I give my attention to, because I've struggled with negative thoughts, negative self communication, self sabotage. I still deal with it till this day, especially with this YouTube thing, and not because of external sources. Just I think upbringing, childhood, and how I was spoken to as a child at certain points in time. So all those things tend to linger, and only to end up realizing at what age you are now. Oh, by the way, this human body you have, there's something called the subconscious as well. Yeah, it's part of you. It's something that you need to start paying attention to. We should have all known that shit from the beginning in school. You kidding me? Imagine it's such a painful thing as well. For me personally, it's painful. You come all the way, letting go of pain, acknowledging pain, getting to know yourself. I like this fruit. I don't like this fruit. I love this color. I don't love this color. Just getting to say, oh, so okay, let me learn what I like and dislike, and just grow and change and move. And then someone just drops this bombshell on you, boom. The human body is made of physical, psychological, and spiritual. And part of that psychological is called the subconscious. What? You telling people this at 40, 50, 60, 30? That shit should have been in kindergarten. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. That shit should have been in kindergarten. Yo, how are you going to teach me about something that I am completely later in my life? That's not cool, man. Cosmic looking sharp out here in the cosmos. Oh, much appreciated, McRamble. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate that. That I keep it nice and clean. Little white with the black background. And this little nice scarf my son's mom gifted me a long time ago. I don't know if this is hers or she gifted me this. I think we got it from a friend of ours who does tie-dye. I can't remember. I'll ask if she has hers. Either that or I just took this one. I keep forgetting the camera lens is there. I'm looking at my display right now. Much appreciated, McGramble, though. You and these compliments, bro. You smooth. You smooth with these compliments, for real. You are smooth. But yeah, From It's Dead to Me, man. I'm not watching that show. I'm only watching the breakdowns and review from this particular channel, Think Story. He's really good. Check him out. He's very, 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 very good. Every time sometimes I watch this shit on loop. It's funny too, but it's the way he breaks his things down. It's clean, crisp. You ain't gotta ask too much questions. He hits the nail on the head, fast, straightforward. I'm not looking for something that's rapid, but there are things I've seen within watching the show. But I'm like, you know what? Just in case I'm not correct or I'm off base, let me go check it out. Just to put the dots together and say, okay, cool. What I initially saw or my intuition pulled out was correct. I just wanted to confirm the 100%. I'm like 90% correct. Let me get the extra 10 to give it that 100% and then on to the next one. So I haven't even watched any episode of From at all. I might watch the last episode of the season. I might. Oh, here it comes up burp again. Yeah, shout out to the Vocaster One, the Focusrite Vocaster One. Hit that mute button, man. Hit that mute button, and they will never have to hear you burp again. Then I'm off to definitely get on board with Silo and Arcane. Arcane, I'm also worried or I'm a little apprehensive about that one because the first season was really good. My brother got me on that as well. He was like, dude, check out Arcane. I'm like, the graphics looks cool, but there's something about it. It's like, yo, you are going to enjoy this one. I said, man, here we go. Get your whole ass, man. I said, dude, not everything you like, I like. Not everything I like, you like. He's like, bruh, we are going to enjoy this one. And I loved it. I loved season one. The up and down was crazy. Arcane's up and down was crazy. See, that was action, drama, innovation, world building. I love that too. Once you throw me into a world that just looks so spectacular, I'm ready asking questions. And do you guys drive? Do you ride bicycles? Do you fly? Do you have hover bikes? And the technology, the steampunk feel as well, dude. Then you got other realms with portals. Come on, you got magic involved. Come on, stop it, man. Aren't you giving me the damn dead ass dumbass show From? No, no. My attention is very, very important to me. I don't want to give my attention to anything and anyone. I used to do that. Used to do that plenty. I've watched the most dumbest shows on TV. And when I broke out of it, I was thinking to myself, I don't even know what hooked you into what. That's what I'm like. Sometimes there are energies out there that just hook you in, like, yo, I want your attention. Give it to me. And I'll reward you with stress, because that's all you get is stress. I'm like, what? I thought this was a good show. Like I used to watch EastEnders. Yo, very rarely good things happen on that show. And the more I watched it, the more I asked myself, why is it that every time you watch these shows, there's always something always something like you can have a chill week, not even a day or a month. Where like 4 episodes of each no, was it every day? When did Descendants happen? Is it every day? I can't remember. No, it's once every week. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's once every week. And it's always just it's literally Always something. There's always something going on. I was like, dude, I can't hack this show anymore. I can't. It's like it's eating away at me. I'm like, nah, I'm constantly angry. And even though some of the things that happen in the show have happened to people in real life, they haven't happened to me. So I'm like, why am I angry at people who aren't even real? I mean, I get the scenarios that they're going through has happened to people, but I'm it's like I'm giving off this energy and anger, and it's misplaced. Don't get me wrong, I feel it particularly when I'm watching a movie as well, when one of my action heroes are being treated a particular way, or the hero's son or daughter or loved one or whatever being, mistreated. Yeah, you're gonna feel some type of way. But eventually I'm like, no, I need to be very selective about the shows that I watch, the movies that I watch, and yeah, how much time I spend in them. And I would love to watch a show, binge the heck out of it, and do a review. Sometimes I even think to myself, instead of doing episodic reviews, I'd rather do, like a whole season review. That's why I didn't really do many episodes for what's the show called again? The Acolyte. But although I'm going to do another video for that one too, because there's something that happened in that show that I haven't heard a lot of people speak about it in public or like on YouTube videos. Maybe in forums and Reddits and Discords and whatnot. They've spoken about it at length, but there was some low key pedophilic things that was low key, but a little blatant. Like nah. So the show didn't do a good job for a Star Wars story, number one, and the story is very basic and flat and boring. So anyway, I got Silo and Arcane to watch, and I'm hoping they're both good. I'm looking very much so to the What If series on Disney Plus. Oh, I can't wait for that one. Can't wait for that one, dude. I think that's gonna rock. It's 8 episodes as well, so hopefully they do a good job. 8 episodes ain't easy, man, because you can mess that up. You can screw up 4 episodes in eight. Like if you, that's why I keep praising Love, Death, and Robots. If I was in charge of doing a full-on anthology with 8 episodes, best believe you would struggle to rank all 8 episodes. If I was in charge, or one day I will be in charge of 8 episodes in a Love, Death, and Robots kind of series, an anthology series, where all the stories are tied into each other. I don't want you thinking, yeah, out of all the eight, I like two. No, 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 no. I want you to be perplexed, and I want you struggling to choose your number one out of these 8 episodes, meaning 8 of them will be epic. I want you sweating balls, man. I want you to be like, yo, I can't make my mind up. So much so that when you call your partner, you call your friend, your lover, whoever, you talk to your family, your brother, your siblings, your sisters, you're like, yo, episode 4 was really cool. They'd be like, yeah, for real. But episode 2, though, I want y'all struggling. I don't want you guys to think, yeah. Out of the 8 episodes, the first two are the good ones. The other two is okay. No, no, I don't want my stories to not be. It was okay. I want y'all sweating balls. I'm serious. Like going to bed with you sweat. Like, God, that was such a good show. Woke up, middle of the night, just shocked. I don't want you giving me an easy rating. I want you to struggle to rate and to rank these 8 episodes. So I'm hoping the What If series does a good job because in the past they've come out saying, "Yep, 8 episodes," and you watch the whole thing again, you're like, yeah. Out of all the eight, 3 of them were okay, and that's no, no. That's like if as a Nigerian you're saying you're going to prepare 8 moi moi. I'm looking to eat all 8 of them. But if you say you want to experiment with 8 of them, I mean with some of them, I'm like then you're wasting food. Experiment with the other ones. Make the 8 for me because I'm gonna eat the 8. Maybe not in one sitting, but I'm gonna eat the 8. I'm gonna enjoy these 8 moi moi differently. One moi moi is going to be with puff puff. The second one will be with plantain. The third one with yam. the fourth one with jollof rice, the fifth one with gari, the sixth one with oats, the seventh one with millet, then the eighth one with festivals and dumpling and rice and peas. So I don't want you messing with my moi moi because I just listed 8 ways to enjoy moi moi. So if you come and mess around and say, "Yeah, I want to experiment with two," you can piss off. Give me the eight and then go waste your time experimenting with two. Don't experiment with my belly. No, 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 sorry, Bob. You can do that on your time. You said you want to make eight moi moi for me. Yes, please give me the eight. Don't tweak. Don't experiment. Don't adjust. Make it exactly how I like it. And then get out of my face and go and experiment somewhere. Go and do your scientist nonsense with all the moi moi there. You give me the eight. All eight must be on point. How I enjoy all eight is up to me, but I know it's going to be banging. So then when someone asks me, out of all the eight variations of the meals you combined with the moi moi, which one is the best? I'm struggling. I'm like, I can't give you an answer. That's what the what if series should be like. Where you don't you I can't tell you episode one. Yeah, oh no, but episode five. Yeah, no. Because in fact, that's how I should be talking. I'm like, episode one was dope. But episode three though, and then episode five. And goddamn episode 8. That's how you should be. You should be giving your answers to these short animated series because anime is killing it. Anime is pissing on these dudes. That's why people don't even know what the hell Naruto is about, or Naruto, or however way you say it, or Sharingan, or any what? Attack on Titan? No, nobody, not even DBZ. Then you got classics that I can't even remember off the top of my head. Some people worship these things. So you can't live in a world where people are just jumping on anime every split second of the day, and you're releasing 8 episodes of your What If series, and they're okay. No, Siri Bob, what the fuck, yo? You want people's attention, and you want people's attention. You want people talking about your shows. It is not impossible to write 8 epic episodes. You can have comedy and have it epic at the same time. You can have zombie and have it epic at the same time. All these things are all doable. So do it. I'm just worried is bound to be 3 good episodes in this next. I think it's going to be the final what if series season, isn't it? This says the last something when I watched the trailer recently. Hopefully, it's just like it's just the last storytelling of a particular multiverse because it's like it's printing money for them because some of the episodes in the what if series they will make great, not good but great movies. They'll great like Tony the Tiger. They will make great movies for real. Some of those episodes are so fire. I'm like, nah, they will make great movies. It's like, die. Would you rather be a notorious serial killer or what? Where did that question? It's a very strange question. I almost want to answer it too, Zach, but I'm not going to let that slide on YouTube. That is a very dark question, Mrs. Zach Dyer. In fact, since you asked me the question, you answer the question then. Be the first to answer your own question, Zach. Put your money where your knife is, Zach. Let's hear your answer, Zachy boy. I'm curious to see your answer, Zachy boy. But yeah. And then here comes the Captain America and Thunderbolts movie next year. Mm-mm. I'm not even excited for any movies coming out next year. There was one movie. Oh yeah, that's it. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. That's the only one that comes to mind. I'm like, yeah, I've heard that they're working on an I Am Legend sequel. I'm not really fussed for an I Am Legend sequel, but in terms of when I say I'm not fussed, it could go one way or the other. The first one is epic. In fact, I should do a trailer reaction and watch reaction to that one. The first I Am Legend movie was beautiful. So if they're doing a sequel and it's legit and it's been greenlit and they're shooting it, you there's nowhere else to go but up. You can't go down with I Am Legend because the first one was so good. You got to go up. You either stay on the same road that the first one maintained, or you do not go down because then it just be like a waste of time because we didn't ask for it. I mean, we did when the first one came out. I do remember thinking, oh, there's bound to be a sequel. I don't know how they're gonna write a sequel, but I would love to see a sequel. Almost like the Book of Eli with Denzel Washington. That ended a particular way. Even Deja Vu, I was thinking, ooh, I'd like to watch a sequel of that one. Or Live Die Repeat with Tom Cruise. I was thinking, ooh, yeah, I'd like to see a sequel for that one as well. So Mr. Zach has not answered his own question. What a shame. What a shame indeed. But let me get off here real quick so I can go and make my tortilla wraps with mushrooms. Let me know in the comments which shows you guys are currently watching and looking forward to. Actually, I'll record this or do another live again tomorrow and ask y'all, what are you guys looking forward to next year? Like, or what movies are you guys watching this year to close out the year? Like the Red Notice came out recently, and everyone's like, it's not that good. Joker 2 came out. I was never going to see the second Joker. Never. Never, ever, ever. That was never on my radar, let alone my list. And yeah, I think the final thing I'm looking forward to seeing that is new anyway is the What If series towards the end of the year because that's coming out in December. But I'm definitely going to be, binging old school movies for sure. Some good ones I'm looking forward to watching again. Police Academy, that's a classic. I think I saw the first one recently or earlier this year. So there's a few other movies I want to see again, old school movies. I want to see what I can pick up from it. Judge Dredd for sure. Um, there's some other ones I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm gonna have to make a list. Home Alone is always like a yearly thing. I haven't really sat down to watch that with my son, so I want to actually do that. Home Alone 1 and 2. The third one, nah. 1 and 2 were just priceless. Yeah. So anyway, let me know what you guys are watching and what do you yeah, what shows are you watching that you're enjoying and what movies are you looking forward to seeing before the year runs out? And then what movie are you looking forward to seeing next year? Yeah? Yeah, that's a good enough question for you guys. Hope I just made some sense. I have been your one and only host, the Cosmic Jedi, signing out. Thank you for watching this random Saturday. Someone's living in the past. Sunday night chat and chill. All right, let me go and sign out because this is not the video where you edit to sign out with the outro music. Mr. Zach Dyer hasn't answered his own question. Let me do a picture screen real quick. I might actually steal that question and use that for a topic of discussion with said people on Instagram and YouTube. A viewer was watching my YouTube stream and asked me such a horrendous question, but chose not to answer his own question. How odd.